What's up guys, welcome back for another Yugioh Pro Duel video. New Raidraptor support, which is actually quite nice. New upcoming set in the OCG. The deck got more in-themed extenders, so now you're not forced to main deck like Photon, Thresher, Kage or whatever. The ratios might seem... well, it's testing, right? I mean, the first one, the dark one, Strangleanius, it's fantastic. Most of the time the last one in the crucial, you know, like upgrades, exceed summons, you'll be seeing it within the next couple of moments, but it does force you into only being able to special summon dark monsters for the rest of the turn. So that's a problem, and that's why in the extra deck I'm not running the, well, extra deck or main deck, I'm not running like the Apex Avian, Mist Valley Thunderbird, Infinite Lock, too many bricks, don't like it. You might want to try out or playtest or main deck the Stormwinds, the Barrier Statue, the Wind one, but again, that Strangleanius does again prevent you from, well, it forces you of only special summon dark monsters. So that's why I'm not running those. Same for Union Carrier, by the way. The other two, the level 3. Level 3 is also fantastic. Fantastic opener. I most of the time search it, basically as a link fodder. Again, it's basically a free special summon, plus it recurs like a Raidraptor spell or trap from your graveyard, and that's good. I mean, getting back, let's say, one of the new counter trap that negates monster effects. Claw, I believe the name is, Knight's Claw. Good card. Searchable, of course, or the continuous spell, right? So all in all, it's a very solid card. The new Raider's Wing, it's basically a Zephyros 2.0. It's also an extender, but let's say if you open with Zephyros and you want to use like Wise Strix, the link effect, you can definitely special summon Raider's Wing from your deck as well, because again, it also has a built-in special summon effect like Zephyros from the graveyard and also from the hand. Fantastic card. It might be even a 2-off in the deck. But yeah, that's basically a list, pretty straightforward. Again, you might play the Buster Lock, but again, it forces you for Union Carrier, and I feel there are just better fields that this deck can make multiple rank 4s. As you saw, I mean, I'm running cards like the Time Thief, again, a dark one, also running the Evil Swarm Nightmare to give me some interruptions during the opponent's turn. I'm currently running like triple Force Strix. Two is definitely needed, but the third one I see myself going a lot, since again, the capabilities of this deck, you have so many extenders and it's so easy to make those rank 4s, and let's say your opponent is able to break your board, if you're going first that is, you know, the third Force Strix might be needed. So this is solid. I mean, having Wise Strix on the field, again, I was forced on only able to special summon darks for the rest of the turn, so no Simorgh Link. But the cool thing here is that new rank up spell is a quick play, and it's very flexible. Let's say you can like special summon any Raidraptor from the extra deck by banishing like darks, and then the amount of darks you banished, they'll gain, or your targeted extra deck monster, your targeted exceed monster will gain those beneficial ranks to be special summoned, or at least, you know, you can special summon that extra deck monsters to the field. So let's say in this case, had the 4 Strix on the field, banish 4 darks from the graveyard, and then you can go for that rank 8 exceed directly from the extra deck. Keep in mind, during your opponent's turn, you can also trigger your 4 Strix, your Wise Strix, your Link monster, again, getting those beneficial ranked up spell card searches. I'm still testing the ratios, how many ranked up spells I want to main deck. In theory, they all are good, but on the other hand, they're also bricks, and the deck is still somewhat fragile. It hard loses to Nibiru. Well, hard loses is maybe a bit too harsh, but Nibiru is this deck's biggest weakness, since again, you're having so many extenders. It's so easy to put up multiple... It feels like Luna Lights in some way. Again, because, you know, it's so easy to put up those rank 4 exceeds, but a well-timed Nibiru could just, you know, stop you in your tracks. So that's why I most of the time just indeed go for like the Cyber Dragon Infinity play first turn. Feels somewhat safer, so, you know, if your opponent has the Nibiru, they should drop it there, right, before the Cyber Dragon Infinity hits the field. The thing with the deck is that if you opened with a rank up spell, you do have the option to go for Zexal. But again, Zexal is not a dark, it's a light, obviously. So you can't go for the Strangleanius. Like in the normal combo, as you saw, you would go for, instead of the Utopia, you'd go for another 4 Strix to get a search, and that, you know, you'll search your Strangleanius. And again, Strangleanius will special summon itself, force you into going into only darks, but again, Strangleanius has a built-in Debris Dragon effect, a Monster Reborn effect, so that equals into another rank 4 Exceed, which most of the time is your Evil Swarm link. Or, you know, that puts your opponent's monsters face down, right? But, I mean, if you have the option, if you did open with a rank up spell, I don't see any reason not to go for the OP, aka broken, aka utopic, or utopic Sexel. I mean, it just blocks your opponent out of the duel. They need an impermanence, and if they don't have that, they can't play the game. Okay, they can do maybe some stuff, but I mean, you have some disruptions, interruptions, so the game might be yours from there. So if Konami ever bans the Utopic Sexel, hopefully they'll do. Not because of this deck, maybe a little bit, but the card will always be a problem. Always. So anyway, standard first turn opening again the Cyber Dragon Infinity, basically for some interruptions, disruptions during the opponent's turn as well. There is a Strangleanius, there is the Evil Swarm to go for the Double Book of Moon effect. And the thing with the deck is I'm still playing the Simorgh Link to first of all set up or get rid of like a 4 Strix on my side of the field, so I can use the rank up spell Soul Shape Force, right, to go for Infinity. But that's basically it. And okay, let's say the Simorgh Link is also there as a big beater, and let's say if it does survive the opponent's turn, it will just generate more advantage, so I still prefer it. Even though it's somewhat missing the potential it had before, like that infinite loop, which again, you're just main-nicking more bricks. I don't like it that much, but I mean, most of the time I'm just searching level 3. Which again gets back like a Raidraptor spell and trap from the graveyard. So that's cool, gets stuff back, 3 pluses for the deck. Going first, Tributanius, basically Armageddonite, and the thing now with this new support is that basically any 2-card combination of like a Raidraptor and, well, okay, let's not forget the potential like continuous spell search, nest search, makes that 2-card combo into a full combo, full field, multiple disruptions, so that's really cool. So dropping the Raider's Wing, which is again the Zephyros 2.0, going for Infinity, Zephyros 1.0, doesn't make sense. Anyway, 4 Strix again getting the beneficial search, so there is the last piece, Strangleanius Reborning. And that's a cool one, is that Raider's Wing also has a beneficial effect. The Zephyros 2.0 has a beneficial effect that if it's attached to like a Dark Exceed monster, that particular Dark Exceed monster cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effect. So let's say if your opponent has Impermanence, they should not be able to use it on your, in this case, your Evil Swarm Nightmare. So that's cool. Again, it feels, or it fuels your potential locking capabilities against your opponent. Using Knight's Claw. Knight's Claw does have like a small downside that you have to like detach something from a Dark Exceed, if I'm not mistaken. Which for the deck is not hard, but why? Okay, I get it, but it's not too optimal. To negate a monster effect from your opponents. So negate and destroy, right? But in this case, maybe I just should have used my my Evil Swarm Nightmare, right? Put the monster face down, but that's how it is. But then again, I had a level 3 in the graveyard to get back the trap, so it feels like Salamangreat, if that makes sense. Anyway, going second, this opening hand is good. I've added in more hand traps like DD Crow, Nibiru, because of this. I mean, everyone and their mother is main decking because our TCG list did nothing to the Jet Synchron, Elky Firebreaks engine shenanigans. So I think you need to go for like triple Nibiru, Crow, no impermanence because I'm running the Phantom Knight trap. So that's why, but I'm going for DD Crow and yeah, like Call by the Grave, obviously, but yeah, anyway, so here, what I was talking before, I mean, if you get Nibiru, that's a huge problem for the deck. No disruptions, no follow, hardly any follow-up plays. Something like Emancipators have like that Monster yeah, okay, maybe I should main deck Monster Reborn, but even then, I don't see any follow-up play from the top of my head, and yeah, I was running Galaxy Cyclone at first, but I eventually dropped it for GD Crow. Again, going second, the card helps against most meta decks, right? But yeah, that doesn't change. The thing is that I can't out Calamities. So here is where I could have used like my own Nibiru, but yeah, not having it in there. But again, the new support is definitely fantastic for Raidraptors. More extenders, definitely very solid. It won't make the deck top tier because it does have some weaknesses still against like main deck counters that basically any deck main deck, right? But it's a super fun deck. The new rank up spell definitely helps out. Might try out Phantom Knights as well. Who knows, maybe Konami is going to unban Rusty Bardish because of this, because of the new support. But yeah, anyway, so the Buster Luck might be something, but again, doesn't really make sense, because again, forced into Dark Union Carrier, there's just no room in the extra deck. Maybe if Utopic Sexel is banned, I just might go for that one. And okay, the Utopia OTK to go for that double or nothing is also something, because again, it's a rank 4 XC deck, why not? Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. YgoPro signing out. Peace.